What is up guys, Ghost here, welcome back to another video, and in this one we're going to be taking a look at two of the new weapons in Battlefield 2042, the prototype, the secret Easter egg weapon, and also the F2000 or the KFS2000 as it's called in Battlefield 2042, and some of the best loadouts for these weapons, because I think when it comes to XP grinding, using the best weapon in the game can really go a long way. As always, if you guys enjoy the content on the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm going to do my best to keep you guys updated, of course, with all of the news, guides, and tutorials, especially once BF6 releases. So if you're into that, feel free to hit the sub button. And as always, thank you guys so much for the support. All right, so here we have the prototype weapon. If you guys want to know how to unlock this one, I do have a guide up on my channel, and I'll link it down in the description, as well as up there in the corner somewhere. All the way over there, it should be right now for you guys. I will say this weapon is not one of the best in the game, so just know that, but nevertheless, it is a new weapon, so I thought we'd go over it. So here, for the muzzle attachments, I like to go with the Arkham Tactical Muzzle Brake. There isn't too much recoil on this weapon, but if you've got to make a choice here, I always say that horizontal is better than vertical. I don't really find that the final silence, as they call it here, which is the Type 4 suppressor basically, to be worth it on this gun. And I'll show you guys why in a second. For ammo types here, we've got standard issue, we've got armor piercing, and we have high power. The only real difference with high power is that the fall off kicks in a little bit later on. Whereas with the standard issue, it kicks in a bit shorter, but you get 30 rounds here, and then you get only 20 with the high power, so not very good. One of the interesting features of this weapon is the underbarrel grenade launcher, and you've got both fragmentation grenades and the fog of war, basically smoke grenades. And then for sights, obviously this is personal preference. I like to go with the Fusion Hollow sight, but I will show you guys the other one. Because I can't host a proper Portal server, I can't go into the normal aim trainer that I would do this in and show you guys on some bots that don't fight back. So we're just in like a regular server here. I don't know why, but Portal is kind of shit the bed these days. If you look at the sights here, the regular standard one is this special edition thermal sight here that comes with the weapon. So just know that you can use that one and it's pretty good, but I just prefer to go with the normal red dot sight. If you press X, of course, you will get the fragmentation grenades. Now, actually, this is the smoke. The smoke we have equipped here, this one is actually, I would say, the better one. Like, you can see it's a pretty large cloud, but the accuracy of them is, well, not that accurate. Pretty unwieldy, if you ask me. I guess with smoke, though, it doesn't really matter, but this is really, really nice for just spamming smoke all over the place. If we change to the frag grenades, you get 5 of these, but you can see if you're moving around, they are really, really inaccurate. Like, I'm not sure if this is a bug. If I ADS and then I move, it just really makes them mega inaccurate here. You can just see like where I'm aiming. If I wanted to go in that doorway there, you're not really going to hit something. They do 45 damage on a direct hit, so you know, maybe on a map like Redacted, it's going to be good to like spray them into a cluster of enemies, but they're kind of like a niche thing. It sounds really good having 5 rounds of an underslung grenade launcher, but in my experience, they're just not that great. Now, the weapon itself, I'm going to show you guys some background footage here. You know, it really does not have much recoil at all. If we go up to this wall here, you can see with the attachment I have there on the muzzle, it's pretty much just vertical recoil, a little bit kicking there to the right, but it is incredibly easy to keep this on track. The rate of fire is like really not very high, so you can beam people across the map. But the main problem I have with this weapon, and I'll just show you guys this quickly in Sorrow's scribbles here. Shout out to Sorrow. I'm going to link these down below, as well as his YouTube channel. He has all the stats for the weapon here, and you're going to see that the full auto TTK for the standard ammunition is only 310. Now, that's like okay, but you're going to see that it's nowhere near as good as it is on the F2000. You'll notice if we go to high power ammunition here, TTK actually increases because the rate of fire drops from 580, which is not very fast at all to begin with, down to 540. So for those reasons, I would not recommend running high power. I would not recommend running armor piercing either. And even with standard ammunition, it's just like, it's an okay gun. It's not like the worst gun. It is usable, but it's really nothing to write home about. But if you do want to use it and you want to level it up and whatnot, then that's my build out and that's what I go for. Now, moving on from that one, we have the F2000, and the F2000 is an absolute beast. This is probably one of, if not the best gun in the game right now. It is almost certainly going to be nerfed. Let me just quickly find this for you in Sorrow's scribbles. This is standard ammunition, and with the shortened barrel on, you can see that the rate of fire increases from 900 to 980, which gives it a crazy TTK with full auto of 245 milliseconds. Now, that in and of itself wouldn't be that insane if it had a certain range, but if you go and look at the range here, it does that TTK time all the way out to 100 meters. Which is ridiculous. Like, I honestly do not know what DICE was smoking. This thing absolutely destroys people. So, definitely, you want to be running the shortened barrel here. Normally, I'd say, you know, tactical compensator. I mean, if you really have issues with recoil and stuff like that, you could run tactical compensator. But shortening the TTK with a shortened barrel there is really what you want to go for. When it comes to sights, this is only like one of the small downsides. It doesn't have that regular fusion red dot sight, I think it's called, for this weapon. So I have to go with the K8 Hollow, which does have a little bit of a zoom there. It's got a 0.25 zoom on it. I also, strangely, like to equip the KFS2000 scope, which really takes up a lot of your screen real estate, but it's just kind of iconic and I like it. It's obviously got a 2.5 times zoom there. So, you know, choose whatever you want to do with that. At the end of the day, scopes are personal preference. I like to run the LWG grip, but some other good options here are the LS1 laser sight. If you're, again, having difficulty with aim down sight accuracy, the BCG light grip is another good one. And then I would always run standard issue extended ammunition. You get 40 rounds in this one, then have subsonic extended ammunition. This is like almost as good, but you can see that the rate of fire drops from 960 down to 910. And then you want to have the high power extended ammunition. In case you weren't aware, all of these different ammo types share different pools. So if you finish all of your standard issue ammunition, you can then use subsonic, and then you can use high power, etc., without having to resupply. And again, like, it is just insanely fast. One of the only bad things with this weapon is that the model is quite large, and you'll see it gyrating back and forth as I'm firing. That is just visual recoil. You don't, as long as you can sort of put that out of your brain and you know where the center of your screen is, then you will sort of get used to killing people with this. But, you know, there is definitely some side-to-side recoil there for sure. If we just go full auto here without any recoil control, you can see it actually does pull significantly to the right. And because we can't use anything on the muzzle there to really tame that horizontal recoil, you want to make sure that you are pulling down a little bit to the left. But really, for the TTK of this weapon, this is why it's so good, you can be at ranges like this. I mean, this is only 35 meters, guys. So you can imagine how far away 100 meters is, and you're still going to be killing people in, I think it's a 5 bullet to kill, out to 100 meters. So even though, yes, the recoil is kind of crazy, you can still burst fire people down because you only need to hit them with 5 bullets, and this thing has almost 1,000 rate of fire. So there you go, guys. I'm going to leave it at that. Just keep it nice and short and sweet. As always, if you guys need help unlocking the prototype weapon, you'll find a link to that down in the description. But honestly, even if you don't unlock it, like, how much time is there left to play Battlefield 2042 before BF6 releases? Not a whole lot, and I would say that if you're leveling up the Battle Pass to get your BF6 cosmetics and you want to do it the fastest way possible, you should probably be using the F2000, because it just really is quite an amazing weapon. So I hope you guys found this useful. If you did, leaving a like below is always appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date with everything Battlefield, and I will see you guys in the next one. You see the kind of shit I have to deal with because I can't host a Portal server? Like, enemy bots in a Nightbird, guys. Ridiculous.